Y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen this duck?
Decline your offer with a way better proposition for you.
When NLE Choppa and Blueface linked up in 2019, fans thought they were getting a fire collab, not one of hip-hop's wildest fallouts. What started as a hit remix turned into non-stop shade, sneak disses, and major tension that had everyone watching.
So, for example, NLE Choppa, I helped this man. I got him all his little shit on. He used to video chat me with girls like, look, I know Blueface. I used to be like, yeah, that's the bro.
At first, it was friendly competition, a few playful jabs, until Choppa mentioned Blueface's son in the line. That one move ended everything. They went from calling each other bros to acting like enemies overnight. They weren't just random rappers either. They were tight like family. From making hits together to airing out their beef online, it got messy fast. Fans went crazy when talk of a boxing match hit the timeline. Everyone wanted to see if they'd actually throw hands.
NLE's kind of like a clown to this family. Okay. Whatever they say do, be gay, be Muslim, be a vegetarian, vegan, he gonna do it. Okay. He's going through a lot of phases, that's all. So he's growing up, but when he looks back, he's gonna realize, you know, a lot of these phases were.
Yeah, he had a real one.
It all began when both were blowing up. Choppa had just dropped Shotta Flow, and to take it higher, he brought in Blueface, the LA rapper behind Thotiana. Their remix exploded, turning both into stars. To fans, it looked like a perfect partnership, but Blueface saw it differently. He claimed he wasn't just collaborating, he was mentoring Choppa. According to him, he introduced Choppa to key players, built his confidence, and treated him like a little bro. But as time passed, things changed. Choppa started to pull away, while Blueface's life got caught in public drama.
He put the phone up there and he got some brawls because he knew you and now you feeling some type of way.
Nah, reason I felt the type of way when he went online and started, you know, defending whoever I was dealing with at the time. Right. You know, it's like, why would you do that? Oh, you just trying to jump on a trend, get a little buzz going. You don't gotta do that.
For Blueface, it wasn't just about music, it was about loyalty. He thought their bond was real, and when that loyalty didn't come back, the friendship shattered, and the world watched it all unfold. While Blueface's life was spinning in chaos, from legal issues to wild breakups with Krishan Rock, NLE Choppa started moving different. He stopped checking in, stopped showing that brotherly love that once seemed solid forever. When Blueface noticed the switch-up, it hit deep. That disappointment turned into straight resentment, and soon the tension between them got ugly. By 2023 and 2024, rumors of a celebrity boxing match started flying, and everyone online was talking about NLE Choppa versus Blueface.
T-Pain say, when they take nobody's your brother, they're only their brother as long as they can use you. When you hot, you can do them a solid, they're your brother. When you cannot, they not your brother.
Yeah, we falling out there. That's how I am.
But what came next made things even worse. Blueface accused Choppa of faking the whole fight. He said Choppa made fake flyers and promo pages just to hype himself up, claiming the young rapper used the buzz for clout without ever planning to throw hands. Blueface said straight up, Choppa's all cap, but Choppa fired back. He said the fight was never official. No contract, no bag, no paperwork, just internet talk. According to him, it was nothing but a publicity stunt that got blown out of proportion. Why commit to something that was never real in the first place?
Projected himself when he
just picked a side, you know, pick the side. Type, you can't never choose the female. Now that's weird. Imagine you and your girl getting into it.
Right.
And I'm speaking up for your female.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Shannon, if you don't slap her,
you ain't. When you're right, when you're right, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, if you don't shut the up while I'm talking to this.
Still, the damage was done. Blueface saw it as pure disrespect, like Choppa ducked the real fade. In his mind, if you talk tough in your songs and online, you better back it up in real life. From then on, Blueface never let it go, constantly bringing up the fake fight whenever their beef resurfaced. Then things went from tense to straight toxic. When Blueface's personal life started blowing up online, breakups, family drama, all of it, Choppa jumped in with comments that crossed the line. Blueface saw that as the ultimate betrayal. To him, it wasn't just disrespect, it was a snake move from someone he once helped rise up.
I'm talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen this duck ass stuff? This bitch got every brand in the world on him. Cause you wake up every day, you want to learn how to be the best gang banger. You pitiful, sir. You feel me? Mr. Butt Down Thotiana, Mr. That's the only shit I can think of.
Seeing Choppa clown him publicly during his lowest moments cut deep. And when Choppa threw shade about Blueface's situation with Krishan Rock, that was it. Way too personal, way too public. Their bond was officially done by late 2025. After serving a short jail stint, Blueface came home with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. He was tired of fake love and people acting cool after turning their backs. So when he sat down for a fiery December 2025 interview on Club Shay Shay, he finally let it all out. Blueface went off, calling Choppa a clown for speaking on his personal life after everything he'd done for him. He said the loyalty was gone, the respect was dead, and anyone who crossed him was on notice. Blueface didn't sugarcoat a thing. He made it clear that Choppa switched up, went from humble to fake, and if Choppa wanted to take it off the internet, Blueface was ready to settle it face to face.
Blueface didn't hesitate for a second. What made it even crazier was that he wasn't just calling out loyalty or music, he was coming for Choppa's whole image.
You look, dog. You wake up every day, can't. You don't even prioritize nothing bigger than some that ain't gave you nothing positive in life. Man, but you want to be respected. You wake up every day trying to be something you truly not. You don't really have an identity, bro. When I wake up, I thank God.
Back around 2021, NLE Choppa went through what he called a spiritual awakening. He started preaching about meditation, veganism, herbal healing, and positive energy. He told fans to focus on growth and peace instead of the streets. But to Blueface, it was all cap. He saw Choppa's spiritual journey as a marketing act, just another way to stay relevant. In his eyes, it wasn't growth, it was performance. He even mocked Choppa, saying one day he's a spiritual guru, the next day he's back on drill timing. Blueface joked that the only thing consistent about Choppa was his inconsistency. Then things got even heavier. Blueface accused Choppa of gang hopping, claiming he was switching up sets, repping Crip one moment and Blood the next. In the rap game, that's serious. It's not just disrespect, it's dangerous. By saying that, Blueface basically labeled Choppa a fraud, someone pretending for clout instead of showing real loyalty.
I'm not the toughest guy in the world, you know, but I'm a different breed, man. If I touch the canvas, somebody else gonna touch the canvas too. But get my ass up, put my hands up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure it's even. I promise, just because I got that dog in me, you feel me? So some people get hit hard enough to where they don't want to get up.
Right.
You hit me hard enough and I can't get up.
At that point, it wasn't just rap beef. It was personal, messy, and risky. Every post, every interview, every sneak diss cranked up the pressure. Fans could tell this wasn't just entertainment anymore. Something big was coming. And sure enough, when January 2026 hit, NLE Choppa finally broke his silence and fired back through his music. When NLE Choppa dropped a fiery snippet from Shotta Flow 8, the internet lost its mind.
What you mean?
But see, you had better times out. There were better times.
You don't forget shit like that. You don't get to do that. You don't get to 2 years later, you got a cool song or whatever the case may be, and you just think like, oh.
You thought y'all was really down, huh?
Not even just down, at least down enough for you not to go against me.
In the track, he threw direct shots at Blueface, even dropping a ruthless bar about turning Crips red, clearly aimed at Blueface's gang ties. That line hit like an explosion, pure disrespect with zero filters. Within hours, the clip went viral. Fans broke down every lyric, debating who was really winning this beef and who crossed the line. Everyone wondered, would this finally push Blueface to respond? The hype was insane. When Blueface saw the snippet live on stream, he tried to laugh it off, acting like it didn't bother him. But that calm didn't last long. Behind that grin, you could see the anger bubbling. It wasn't just lyrics anymore. This was personal.
You can mind your business.
Oh, okay.
But if
you feel they spoke out of pocket.
Yeah, if you see my girl or you see something online, you don't
comment.
Yeah, you don't step out your body.
The same kid he helped rise up was now dissing him publicly on one of his biggest record series. That betrayal hit hard, and soon the calm snapped. Blueface fired back with full energy. No filters, no jokes, just pure smoke aimed right at Choppa. He mocked Choppa's whole image, calling him out for switching gangs, and questioning if he ever really lived what he rapped about. This wasn't light shade anymore. Blueface was going straight for the jugular. Every word was meant to sting, and he made sure everyone heard it. Loud. Blueface even gave Choppa a 24-hour ultimatum, either step up and fight or stop talking completely. No more sneak disses, no more interviews, no more games. It was time to prove it for real. Blueface had finally had enough of all the online talk. He said he wanted to settle things old school style, man to man, face to face, no songs, no tweets, no cryptic posts, just action. But then, in one of the wildest turns of their whole beef, Blueface took it to another level.
During the live stream, he brought out Marissa, NLE Choppa's child's mother, and together they laughed at Choppa's diss track, turning the whole thing into a live comedy show. The internet exploded. Some fans called it savage trolling. Others said Blueface went way too far. But he didn't care. In his mind, it was war now. If crossing lines meant getting under Choppa's skin, he was all in.
Then came February 2nd and 3rd, and Choppa finally clapped back, but not how fans expected. Instead of accepting the fight, he flipped the script completely. Choppa went online and called Blueface a clout chaser, saying he was broke and desperate for attention. He claimed Blueface was buried in debt, millions owed, unpaid club tabs, and more. According to Choppa, the whole boxing challenge wasn't about pride or respect. It was a money grab. Fans thought that would end it. But then Choppa made a move that shocked everyone. He crossed a line that took things too far, bringing up Blueface's young son in the beef and throwing out an offensive nickname tied to online rumors about the child. It was instantly condemned across social media. Even some of Choppa's own supporters said he went way overboard this time. The internet couldn't believe what it had turned into. What started as music beef had turned dark, ugly, and deeply personal. The internet completely lost it. That one moment flipped the entire story upside down. Nobody could believe what they were hearing. It was one of the most out-of-pocket things ever seen in a rap beef. Choppa wasn't just dissing Blueface anymore. He was mocking a child who had nothing to do with any of this, and fans were stunned. People said Choppa went from defending himself to crossing a line that can't be undone. Reports soon confirmed he officially turned down Blueface's fight challenge, the one everyone had been waiting for, and instead he shifted focus to this strange competition between their kids. TMZ even quoted him from a video saying he wanted to see whose son operates better, and that's when it all blew up. That line was seen as cold, calculated, and way too personal. The backlash hit instantly. Social media went off. Fans, blogs, even industry folks called Choppa out for going too far. People who once supported him started turning away, calling him fake spiritual for preaching peace and positivity while mocking a toddler online. In just one night, everything changed. The same crowd that used to hype him up was now questioning if he'd completely lost touch with what's right. What started as a rap rivalry had turned into something darker, a messy, personal war where respect and boundaries no longer existed. The internet couldn't believe it. How could someone preaching spiritual growth make fun of a child's possible disabilities? That's exactly what fans were asking after Choppa's cruel comments about Blueface's son went viral. The backlash hit hard. People called it cold, heartless, and flat out wrong. One viral post on X summed it up perfectly. Targeting a baby? That's weak. Blueface might be wild, but kids are off limits. The outrage was everywhere. Even Choppa's loyal fans couldn't defend him this time. It didn't matter which side people were on. Everyone agreed he crossed the line. Some said he was desperate for attention, that his buzz was fading, and he was using controversy to stay relevant. Others thought he was trying to dodge Blueface's challenge, distracting people from the fact he didn't want to fight. Meanwhile, Blueface and Krishan Rock spoke up to shut the rumors down. Blueface denied every wild claim about his son, while Krishan snapped back at the internet, calling it all fake news. She was furious, and rightfully so. She had already dealt with enough online hate, and now her baby was being dragged into a rap feud for clicks. By then, things were spinning out of control. A music rivalry had turned into emotional warfare, real families getting pulled into the chaos. Fans started running polls on TikTok and Instagram asking who'd win in a real fight, Blueface or Choppa. Around 70% voted for Blueface, saying his height and boxing skills gave him the edge, while others backed Choppa's speed and youth. But no one doubted one thing. Blueface was built for a fight. Standing 6'4" with real boxing experience, he made it clear he wasn't claiming to be unbeatable, just that he had that dog mentality. Even if he got knocked down, he'd always get back up swinging. Blueface's confidence had fans convinced he'd hold his own if that fight ever really happened. But while fans argued over who'd win, both rappers just kept digging deeper with their words. Blueface caught backlash too, not for dragging kids, but for cracking off-color jokes and dropping homophobic lines that fans called tired and weird. Those comments rubbed people the wrong way, making him look just as messy as Choppa in the public eye. By this point, both artists were showing their ugliest sides, Blueface with his wild taunts and Choppa with his cold digs. The beef had turned into a full-on circus. Choppa fired back again, clowning Blueface's appearance and saying, "Y'all talk about me having an identity crisis, but look at this man's face. He's got every brand in the world tattooed on him." That line cut deep. Choppa doubled down, saying those tattoos proved Blueface was a walking billboard with no real identity. The jab wasn't violent, it was personal, sharp, and calculated.
Major outlets like All Hip Hop and XXL picked up the story, calling it one of the strangest beefs hip-hop had seen, a wild mix of rap tracks, family drama, and personal shots that went way too far. But by then, nobody was laughing anymore. The internet had shifted from gossip to genuine concern. What started as friendly competition had spiraled into toxic chaos, two grown men tearing each other apart, while families and kids got dragged into the crossfire. By February 4th, 2026, the feud was still burning hot. No peace in sight, no end to the madness. Just two artists locked in a grudge that had gone way past music. Fans, blogs, and even other artists started asking the same question: how far is too far? Because at this point, it didn't look like either one of them could come out of this with a real win, just more scars and more smoke that refused to clear, even with all the wild talk about catching fades and settling it like real ones. This feud between Blueface and NLE Choppa has stayed strictly verbal. No confirmed fights, no street run-ins, no real fade caught on camera. All the hype online about new fight footage has fans going crazy, but when you look closer, the truth hits different. The so-called footage flooding social media doesn't actually show any punches. It's all talk, edits, and reaction clips that keep the internet glued to the drama. When you dig through all the posts on X, TikTok, and YouTube, it becomes clear. None of these viral videos show a real brawl between the two. Clips titled "Blueface Jumps NLE Choppa" or "New Footage of Chopper Catching Hands" rack up millions of views, but they're just compilations, commentary, or live stream snippets cut together to look explosive. Fans realize quick that the fight everyone's talking about never actually happened. What's really going viral isn't a physical clash, it's a war of words. Blueface's heated live streams where he reacts to Chopper's disses are pulling massive numbers. Meanwhile, Chopper's Instagram videos where he defends himself and explains why he won't take the fight are blowing up too. Their verbal back and forth is what's feeding the internet frenzy. Every reaction, every clip, every shady comment keeps the tension alive. It's digital warfare, not a street one. In this digital era, a live stream can hit harder than a punch.
A few viral sound bites in an emotional rant can make millions of people feel like they just watched a real fight. The clips spread across timelines at lightning speed. Fans repost, influencers, algorithms boost the content non-stop. Before you know it, everyone's convinced they witnessed a major moment, even though not a single punch was thrown. Old rumors from back in 2024 started resurfacing, stories claiming Blueface jumped Choppa after the boxing fallout. But most of that was debunked years ago. Still, the internet loves connecting dots, and soon recycled headlines and half-truths started blending with current drama, creating one big storm of confusion. Right now, there's zero solid proof of any real fight between them. No verified footage, no confirmed run-ins, just speculation. Every reliable source says the same thing. This beef has played out entirely online through live streams, interviews, and social posts. Those viral clips titled "Blueface Fights NLE Choppa" or "New Footage Leaks" are just clickbait edits with no real evidence behind them. It's the perfect picture of how rap beefs work in today's clout-driven era. All talk, all content, all engagement, but no real resolution. Fans keep watching, waiting for something huge to happen, but all they get is another rant, another live stream, another quote gone viral. This whole saga shows how rap rivalries have changed. They don't just stay on wax anymore. They spill across social media, turning into messy soap operas where personal lives, kids, and families get dragged in for clicks. What started as a simple collab between two young artists turned into a digital war fed by likes and comments. Neither wants to back down, but neither seems ready to actually fight either. They're trapped in a loop. Each diss brings more attention, but zero closure. Now Blueface is teasing a new response track, saying it's gonna hit just as hard as his rants, and fans are waiting on edge, ready to see if this never-ending feud finally gets a real ending, or just another viral moment. Now everyone's asking the same thing. Will Blueface really match that energy on the mic? Because if he delivers, this beef could hit a whole new level. But there's another angle fans keep bringing up: the money. With celebrity boxing blowing up, people are begging for an official match between Blueface and NLE Choppa. The cash potential is huge and the hype would be insane. Imagine it. NLE Choppa versus Blueface under bright lights, gloves on, cameras rolling, the crowd going wild. It could finally turn all that digital drama into something real once and for all.
But until then, the only punches being thrown are verbal and the internet swinging right along with them. The real question now is, will pride and ego stop them from making a smart business move? Because if they don't capitalize soon, this whole feud could fade into meme territory. The internet moves fast, attention spans even faster. 1 minute you're trending, the next you're forgotten. If they don't flip this moment into something real, all those ugly words, wild insults, and family drama will just stick around as internet memories instead of meaningful history. The worst part? The kids dragged into this mess won't get to just scroll past it. Those words will stay online forever, echoing long after the hype dies down. So now it's all eyes on Blueface and Choppa. Will they settle it like men or let their beef become just another forgotten headline in the fast-moving world of rap drama? That's the sad truth about all this. The internet moves on, but the people involved are stuck living with the fallout. Critics already claim NLE Choppa's career has cooled off, while Blueface keeps using beefs to stay in the spotlight. From the outside, it almost looks like both of them are benefiting from the drama, even though it's messy and damaging. At the end of the day, controversy keeps their names hot, and that means streams, clicks, and engagement, the real money in today's rap game. In this era, drama equals numbers, and numbers equals cash. Negative attention still pays, and both rappers know it. Whether they admit to fueling the chaos or not, it's clear they understand how the system works. If you zoom out, the pattern feels familiar. Kind of like that Kendrick Lamar versus Drake showdown back in 2024. Lyrical jabs, personal digs, no real fights, just enough smoke to dominate hip-hop culture. Rivalries have always been part of rap's DNA, from park battles to the legendary East versus West era. Some ended in tragedy, others fizzled out before they went too far.
Right now, the Choppa and Blueface saga sits somewhere in the middle, fiery enough to grab attention, but not yet dangerous enough to spill into real-life violence. The insults sting, the pride runs deep, but it's still entertainment-level beef, fueled by ego, image, and clout. Still, this feud feels heavier because of the game element. Blueface's Crip ties and the rumors about Choppa switching sets add tension that normal rap disses can't touch. In that world, being called fake or accused of set tripping hits different. It questions loyalty, street code, and credibility. Those words carry real weight. Nobody expects it to go too far, but bringing up sets and colors means playing with something deeper than music. It touches pride, legacy, and real-life danger. And for Blueface, this isn't even new. He spun this same kind of chaos before, just like his old feud with Soulja Boy. Blueface's playbook hasn't changed much. Throw out a fight challenge, bring up family and money drama, and keep the chaos going as long as people keep talking. It's worked before. Controversy turns into content, and content turns into cash. But whether that helps his long-term career or just burns more bridges along the way, that's still up for debate. Because underneath all the clout chasing, streaming numbers, and online circus, this whole thing started with one word: loyalty. That's what this beef has really been about from the start. Blueface feels like he looked out for Choppa early in his come-up, opened doors, and showed love when it counted. Now he feels that loyalty wasn't returned, like he gave respect and got distance in return. That sense of betrayal, real or imagined, is what keeps this fire alive. And until one of them decides to drop the pride or channel that anger into something productive, this feud will stay locked in a cycle of drama, ego, and missed opportunities. What could have been a powerful moment in hip-hop might just end up as another viral feud, one that burned bright, faded fast, and left nothing behind but digital ashes. At the same time, maybe Choppa never saw his connection with Blueface as brotherly at all. To him, it might have always been business, a straight-up transaction. He said before it was about music, not mentorship, and that's where everything fell apart. Neither of them is willing to admit fault. Neither wants to be the first to apologize. That's why the feud keeps spinning out. No peace, no closure, just pride on both sides. Looking at the NLE Choppa versus Blueface saga as a whole, it's the perfect snapshot of what hip-hop beefs look like in 2026. A wild blend of art, ego, and internet spectacle. It's not about who can fight anymore, it's about who can trend. The fight footage that fans can't stop sharing isn't physical, it's digital. It's live streams, disses, and viral reactions that hit just as hard as punches. But here's the thing, the emotions behind it are real. The tension, the frustration, the betrayal, all of it. Even if the delivery feels staged for clicks, every diss, every post, every live stream rant is designed to blow up. Because in today's game, attention is everything. Clout is currency, and both rappers know it. Right or wrong doesn't matter anymore.
The only thing that counts are the numbers, the views, the comments, the reposts, the headlines. That's the game now, a digital battlefield where perception becomes reality. Millions of people believe they've seen things that never even happened because stories get twisted, reposted, and reimagined until the truth barely matters. What matters now is engagement. Both Blueface and NLE Choppa are playing the same game, trading insults for clicks, turning tension into entertainment, and feeding the machine that keeps their names trending. And that's the real story here. So the big question remains, will they actually ever step into the ring and settle this face-to-face? Or will they just keep tossing disses back and forth online until the next viral drama steals the spotlight? Nobody really knows how it'll end, but one thing's certain, the internet's not looking away anytime soon. Every post, every live reaction, every new track they drop will be dissected, debated, and turned into content, because that's the reality of rap beef in the social media era. Loud, messy, addictive, and always just one scroll away. If you made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Do you think Blueface and NLE Choppa will ever really fight, or is it all just for the internet? Stay tuned, because we've got way more heat coming your way. Keep it locked in. You don't want to miss what's next.